Hi, angels. I'm Miss Quiet Queen, and you're now tuned in to the Quiet Queen Project. Welcome back to my channel once again. Let's just do something fun while we spill some spiritual tea, as I like to call it. Um, I'm just gonna go ahead and make myself my lunch for the whole week. I don't really eat at work, eat lunch rather, but I'm doing an intermittent fasting, so I need to make myself something to eat that will last throughout the whole week. And my husband is on a carnivore diet. He's only eating meat, proteins. Um, so we're not on the same page because I don't eat land animals. I do occasionally eat seafood. Don't worry, y'all. We're going to get into everything. But let me show y'all what I'm doing. I have, before we get into the spiritual tea, I have some Morning Star, looks backwards. Morning Star veggie sausage patties is plant-based. I'm going to show y'all how I do these because everybody does things differently. And I'm going to show, well, you know what? Let me just put it on the paper towel. Okay, the first thing I do is I rinse them in warm water. And I know you say, why do you do that? Well, they're frozen, solid. Okay? But I rinse them in warm water because I want to season them. Okay? And the seasoning is not going to stick if you just put it on top of it while it's still frozen. I mean, if it's dry, frozen and it's dry. So what I'm doing now is I'm putting different spices on it for you. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, so right now I just seasoned up all of the vegan sausages. And what I'm doing now is, oh, y'all can't see. I am cutting some vegetables up because I'm going to put them, actually they're green and red bell peppers. I'm going to put them in the egg that I have over here. Not this one. Well, I might put some in that one too. I'm going to turn that up. I'm letting it cook really slow. I like fried eggs cooked slow. Now, I know y'all probably say, I thought you were vegan. I never said I was vegan. I said I practice veganism most days because most days I don't eat any meat. The only type of meat I eat is seafood. I don't eat land animals. Occasionally I will eat seafood. Now, sometimes I am vegetarian because vegetarians don't eat the meat, but they do consume dairy products. I have not given up. I gave up milk. I don't care for milk. But I love butter and I love cheese and I still eat eggs every once in a while, as you can see. And so that's what I'm making. Right? Alright, so the way I like to do my vegan sausage is every 15 seconds I like to flip them over. But since I'm doing this video and I've been running my mouth, I didn't do that with these, but that's normally what I would do when you cook them frozen. So I have this pan of eggs. I'm going to put it in the oven. I'm going to bake these eggs. Okay? Put it in the oven. I bake the eggs. Then I'm going to make like little breakfast sandwiches. I was going to do some pancakes and have the pancakes be like the bread for me. But I'm just going to go ahead and use this. It's a keto-friendly bagel thins. Okay, that's what they look like. All right, so we need to talk about, hope y'all didn't leave yet. Please don't leave. I know you're interested in the spiritual information I'm about to give you. Don't leave, or you can skip, I guess. But here are the bagels. All right, so anyway, you guys, let's talk. Everybody's been saying that it's the end of the world. Everybody's talking about the end of the world, end of the world. And people have been talking about the end of the world since 1999. Literally. 1999 was supposed to be the end of the world. But look, the end of the world was 2020. And the 2020 that we know of really wasn't the same 2020. What am I talking about? We were 10 years behind the true future. Ouch. We are about 5 years behind the future. What happened was one of our former presidents doing what he was doing, expediting certain things. He caught us up 5 years because we were like 10 years behind the real time. The president I'm talking about is POTUS Trump. I never thought I'd hear myself say anything that wasn't negative about Trump. But then I had to start thinking about it. Why do you dislike this man? You didn't dislike him before he ran for president. Remember he used to be on that reality show? You're fired. Everybody tuned into that. Everybody was like, oh, you know, Donald Trump don't play. As soon as he become president, now you don't like him? Why? Oh, now he's a racist? You know he dated Robert Gibbons, right? Well, I know you could be a racist until date out your race, but I think he says stupid stuff. I think he says things that are misogynistic. I think he do things that he should check himself twice about. But you know something? If I had to choose between a president that was a pedophile and a president that was racist, I'd rather for you to deal with the racist. Why put the children through all of this pain and turmoil? This world is going to hell. Ever since Biden stole the election, because he did. Ever since that happened, you notice how, I'm turning these back over. You notice how they're in the schools, telling the schools different things of how to raise your children. Listen, y'all, we are fighting so many battles right now. But I'm going to tell you the biggest battle in the history of humanity. The biggest one, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, is the war between male and female. The fight over creative control. The fight over creation. The fight over who can create. Satan, let me tell y'all something. Satan is a misogynistic devil. Satan hates women. Okay? Because Satan understands the true nature of a woman and how important all women are and how important the woman up at the top is. The woman that's considered down at the bottom these days is actually the woman at the top. The one that's at the top is supposed to be flipped. I'm not saying that to put anybody down. That's what other folks do. That's not what I'm doing. Okay? I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. So y'all, please don't come for me that way. There is a hierarchy. They are fighting for the control. They want to possess the mitochondrial. They want to possess the ability to give birth. Believe it or not, it's a lot of men that feel that they feel left out. I've done some research, and when they get older, they get disappointed. Like, okay, I feel like I'm being snatched from my mom, and you know, that's that comfort of your mother. For any child loves that comfort, but when a boy turns a certain age, 8, 9, 10, he's like cut off from all of that, you know, motherly type things, and have to learn to be a man, and that can be disruptive for some men. Hence one of the reasons why many men are bisexual or bi-curious. It's a whole lot of men on the down low, and it's not just black men. All men. I'm speaking about not all men, but in all communities. They're on the DL. And it is because of the world we're living in. They shouldn't be, you know, because how are you going to procreate and multiply? How are you going to do that? And you falling down on each other. Listen, this is why I talk about the BWA so much, because the BWA is an army for women, specifically for black women, but it does help women. You might say, well, why black women? Well, who's the woman in society all over the world that is put down the most, who is the least protected, who needs the most help, who is held at the highest standard more than any woman? A 10-year-old girl can go down the street and have a 19-year-old whistle at her and she's called fast. Why? She's just pretty, walking down the street. A little white girl can do it and nobody would say anything. A little Asian girl can do it and nobody would say anything. But it's us, black women. We are always attacked at every turn. If we got molested or raped, it's our fault. What did you do? When I told someone in my family that another person had raped me, this person said, well, that's not going to make me love either one of y'all any less. Why would you say that to a child? Why would you say that to your child? It's not going to make you love any one of us any less. I wasn't telling you that to make you love this person any less. And the reason why a lot of women, especially black women who are mothers, say this and do this type of thing because we really don't know what to do. The weight is on our shoulders. The weight of the world is on our shoulders. And we are crucified at every turn. We don't know what to do, first of all. And nobody believes us. And most importantly, all of us, even you watching me right now, are under some type of spell. They have cast spells against humanity for eons. Who am I talking about when I say they? I'm talking about men. And I'm not male bashing, but it's the truth. Men have done this. And when I pick up energy, when I tap into the energy of the universe and ask the universe who's responsible, show me what happened, show me who it was. You want to know who I saw? If you want to know specifics, I saw black and white men. Other men had, thank you, Spirit. Other men had something to do with the greater misogyny that is portrayed upon the world of all women. But it's mainly these two groups of men. They were fighting for each other to take the power from us, melanated women. Okay? Because all women, as I said before, I'm putting my toast in the oven, my little bagel rounds. These are the thin kind. All women are goddesses. I told y'all that before, right? All women are goddesses. All women are creators. But some women sold other women out. Because they thought, well, I'm going to use this privilege. I'm going to be on top. Yeah, and I'm talking about the Caucasian woman. And did you know before, like, 1600, 1700, 1800, there was a war between white men and white women. They don't tell y'all this. Oh, I tapped into this energy. I went there. Astrally. I felt it. I'm hearing a buzzing in my ear right now. This is the truth. There was many wars. There's never not been some type of war going on with people. And the people want to look at the black community like, why y'all hate each other? Why black men always unaliving black women? Why are they doing this? Other men have done it too. It's just not as celebrated. It's just not, and I don't mean celebrated in a good way. It's just, although some people are probably happy that they do it, it's just that it's not talked about as much. But white men, they don't have respect for their women either. They just don't talk about it. They just have a little more class than black men. Because, well, I really don't care for women, but my mom is a woman and I kind of like my mom. So, for the sake of his mother, they don't say things like black men do. They don't get on the internet and talk about their community, the women in their community. Black men do it not because there's just so much hateful and bitter. They are bitter, but they are under a spell. White men did not like their women either. They murdered white women at an alarming rate. They beat them. They enslaved them. Y'all don't know that. It's all kinds of slavery. White women were slaves at one point. Y'all didn't know that? They were treated very unjustly by the men. Now, I'm not saying all of them, but many years ago, like in the 1800s, as I was saying, white women, they were healers like we were. They learned from the great mother. They would do their little kitchen magic, if you will, but everybody is scared of that word now because men said that women were demons. They demonized us. They called us devils. They said we were evil. That's not true. You remember how they used to burn? Who got burned at the stake the most? It was white women that were burnt at the stake for being witches. And they were witches. They did make things happen because they knew how to manipulate the earth, the elements to get what you want, to do good, to stay healthy, to open up paths. They would light certain candles and things to open up paths to make things happen. Yeah, they got it from the great mother, the great sibyls, us, those that look like me. That's not what this conversation is about. I don't care. I'm not going to go back and forth who started it first. But I just wanted to let y'all know that all women have been hurt by men. I'm not saying this to start war between men, and most people that watch my videos are women anyway, so y'all understand. It's a few guys that do, and I hope you can understand this. Do your research, but for the most part, men tend to be jealous of women. I am putting together something right now about mansplaining or male wash. You know how people talk about whitewashing or brainwashing. Our world has been male washed. There's so much to talk about. I won't get into that right now because I'm trying to finish up my meal. I'm starving. I haven't eaten in a couple of days, so I'm gonna get this going, and I'm gonna show you my eggs, baked eggs. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I ain't never did my eggs like this before, but I knew it would be faster to do it in the oven. Y'all want to see? You want to see my eggs? So I put green bell peppers, red bell peppers, white onions. I think I put salt in it already, but I didn't put the pepper in. I'm gonna do that now. Y'all excuse me, I love a lot of pepper. I'm a pepper that's my favorite spice. Pepper. Salt, pepper, and smoked paprika are my favorite spices. See that? That still ain't enough pepper. That ain't enough pepper. That ain't enough pepper for me. Okay. That might be enough. Maybe. So what I'm going to do, take my spatula. Woo! Somebody bless me. Thank you. I'm going to cut it like that. Woo! Yes, Lord. Goddess, thank you. Gotta thank the goddess. I'm going to cut it right down the middle. I ain't going to make them too small. And there you go. Y'all. Baked egg. That's so easy. I'm going to do that all the time. And then I got my other one right here. I like to put onions and bell peppers on my fried egg when I get it. Oh, man. These things ain't toasting up yet. But, ooh, that's hot. I wanted to get one out anyway and show it to y'all. So, I'm going to do this one. We're going to do this one first. Put the egg on. Put the sausage on. You can put cheese if you want, but I like dry sandwiches. I don't know. That's just me. But what you also need to do to make it soft, because that bread, when you cook toast like this and it's real thin, it gets very crispy. Take it, put it in aluminum foil. And just let it sit in there and just soften up. So that's that, right? So where were we? What were we talking about? Okay, I'm back. So the reason why I'm bringing up the things that men and women have gone through about the war is because it's coming back to that again. It's already like that. Satan, the devil, his minions, whatever, they play sneaky. They fight sneaky. They are fighting us without letting us know that they're fighting us. They're fighting several wars at once. There's a racial war being fought. There's a gender war being fought. There's a political war being fought. And the list just goes on and on. In order for, I think they call them Moloch, is what I heard Hillary Clinton say, whatever that evil entity name is. I really don't want to say his name, but then again, because they say if you say his name, you give it power. I don't give anything power, and I'm saying that from now until forever. If I say whatever name, I'm not giving you no power. Just know I'm just saying your name because I'm talking about your ass. You have the right, you understand, you need to understand, we can control anything we want. Anything we want. And I have asked myself, and some of you may have asked, well, if you can control anything you want, why you don't have everything you want? That's a really good question. Want to know the answer? You ain't going to like it because I already told you. Because we're under spells. Spells have been cast on everyone in humanity. Some of us have more spells cast on us than others. Don't you think for one moment that the elite, the 1% that rule the entire world, the entire universe, don't you think for one moment they don't know who we are or have access to every man, woman, child, plant, and animal in our world? Just like stories in the Bible, how they heard about there will be a child that will be born and will kill so-and-so. That's still going on. They know about this. So they cast spells over our mothers. They infiltrate the hospitals, hospital workers, the doctors and nurses and aides. When we have our children, where do you think they take our kids when they take them? Oh, I'm just going to take them for a little while. Just to examine. Don't let them do it. If I'd have known better when I was giving birth to mine, I would never let them take them. But good thing my mother was around and she followed my kids and they did not like it. They don't want you to follow them. They don't want you to have anyone follow them when they take your child out of the hospital room. I don't care if you're in the birthing room or not. Everything happens in the birthing room. I don't care. They want to take that baby out of there, especially some children. Some nurses are getting the word, go get this baby. And they don't even know why they're doing certain things. They just know that they have to follow instructions. They prick certain babies' fingers and get the blood to do other things with. They'll cut your hair, your child's hair. They'll take their fingernails, the newborn fingernails, the foreskin, all of this kind of stuff. They use these things in spells. They use them for other stuff, but they use them in spells. That's why so many men now are feminine and emasculated. Satan hates women. Satan is a misogynist. Why does he want men to be emasculated? Because there's too many people, first of all. Second of all, if he can get them to be, feminine and more soft and whatever, they feel like they can handle it. Overpower women. That's one reason. Another reason that men, that Satan has cast these spells on men is to help erase women, to make women not as powerful, to make women not as desirable. All women. Satan has a favorite woman, which is the white woman. Don't shoot the messenger. I am very psychic, and I tapped into this energy that I'm telling you. They hate women, Satanists. They really do. So they want to, and they're jealous. So they do negative things to women because they hate us, and they want to be us. Sounds familiar? Some of us getting pulled from all angles. We are at the bottom, us. Finding this gender war and this racial war. They want to be women. Why? That's the operative question. Why? I'm gonna tell you why. And they already putting it in the movies, because women are magical, and something is coming. We're already at the end of the world. We're just picking at just the last few days, but women are magical, and we're about to get our magic, for lack of a better word. Our DNA is being activated. That gene that we have called parthenogenesis, that's being activated. Men are going to erase themselves from existence. Some of men, not all men, because there's some great, wonderful, amazing men out there in all races. And I love you guys. Hang in there. Don't get frustrated. Now, there's a movie coming out. I can't remember the name of it, but I know they were saying that 16-year-old girls are being blessed with magic. They always put some truth with some lies. They're not girls. They're not all girls. They're women. And they're not 16. Grown women. We, women, are getting our powers. Some people say, well, black people going to get their powers. Not some of y'all. Not some. I don't know why black people always thinking, we're the chosen, we're the chosen. Are you the chosen? You might be in the chosen community, but are you chosen? Am I? We all need to check ourselves. Because there's some that you ain't getting jack if we don't clean this up. We need to go back and start doing the global prayer. We have to start praying. I was talking to God, to Spirit, and I said, Lord, I want to be a kinder person. I want to be a much nicer person. I want to be someone that doesn't judge so quickly. But living in a world where I am judged quickly is hard to do. Oh, it's so much going on. I want to go on and on, but I'll just do another video. But I appreciate you all listening. Leave a comment below. Like this video. Share it. Please share my video. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you have, make sure you are still subscribed. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, we will pick up this topic again. Just stay tuned. Stand the light.